Okay, as you can see, when you're replacing your joystick on your Razer Panthera, there are two little glue spots which keeps the harness to the joystick still. They're kind of like, there's like a little tooth here which keeps it snug, and it's a tight fitting as well. But if you have a, let's say, a glue gun or something to do some glue spots over here, go right ahead and do it, just to be on the safe side. You know, especially if you're a tournament player. Here is the old joystick. Very noisy, right? And here is the new joystick. And you can see there is a slight 1mm play, but it's not as bad as the other one. And I think I just might have to replace the this thing over here, the actuator, with a bigger one, because I like a little bit more of a tighter movement for my Hadoukens, or if you will, well, since I'm a Sagat player, you know, my fireballs and whatnot, my tiger balls, whatever you want to call it. But I'll see how this works out. But now I'm going to replace the square gate with a new octagonal gate now. So far so good. Oh, and by the way, when you take apart these screws, make sure the screw that you're removing from the plate of the joystick stays with its respective corner, you know what I'm saying, because it's threaded for that particular hole. Even though all of them are the same screw for each hole, just stay on the safe side, and you don't want to misthread a screw depending on its, you know, thread pattern. Just keep the screw in its own corner. And it already comes with like some sort of sticky liquid. I believe that's kind of like a Loctite liquid that's on the screw as well as the base plate that meets with the actual body of the fight stick body. So don't wipe it off. Just leave it there, because it can be reused for the new stick. But if you have, you know, new Loctite liquid, you know, apply a little bit, not too much, because you don't want it to be in there forever, just in case you want to replace it with a new part, if you know what I mean. So these things over here are easy. You just gotta, like, you know, unclip this, put the new button in, and that's it. So I'll come up with another video when I show you the octagonal gate. Excuse me, my throat is dry. So you know what? Actually, let me just let me try okay, sorry for the bad video production here, but let me try to do it right now. It's pretty easy. Just do 2 clips at a time, and just wedge the clips over until you feel it like come out by itself. You know, watch out for the thing that's underneath it, the little actuators that cause the movement of your character. Wait a minute. Wow. Okay. It just fell apart. Just kidding around. What happened there was there was some sort of like seal tape here, or maybe an inspection tape, which was attached to this thing over here that's labeled as D2RV. But I'm glad it just came out easily. So you can probably see it over here. It's some sort of like little tape thingy that's attached to the actual gate. Here's the gate, if you will, octagonal gate. So what I'm going to do is try to match it up with each thing here and just snap it right in, so it's easy to do. Let me just make sure I got it positioned right. Yeah, it's actually it's symmetrical. It's not asymmetrical, so it works out. It's just that the form is octagonal in the middle. But actually, no, wait a minute. Which way should it be facing now? That's the question. Okay, check this out. There are these little like plastic nipples, excuse the language, that stick out of one side, which kind of like recesses into the actual part over here, into the actuators. I forgot the term for these things over here. But make sure it matches the way the square gate was fitted, so you don't run into any problems, or kind of like, you know, kind of like, let's say, misalign one of these things, you know, it'll screw up the whole project. So yeah, This was facing this way, so this way's facing this way as well. And it works out. Let me just make sure it matches up nicely. Yeah, perfect. It's a perfect fit. So, just pretty much align them all up and just gently give it a push, and it snaps right in perfectly. And as you can see, that little seal tape lines up in there perfectly. Now it's an octagonal gate. Wow, that's a difference. Looks like an eyeball. I see you. But yeah, wow. I can't wait to try this out. It's gonna be very interesting. All right. Hopefully I'll come up with the next video on other things I discover about taking this thing apart and putting it back together for the first time.